Neil deGrasse Tyson is probably the dumbest smart person I've ever seen, like on the planet Earth.
We exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice.
What is he even talking about? For somebody that smart to say something dumb like that, there has to be something behind it. There's no way he really thinks like that. There's no way.
Neil deGrasse Tyson recently appeared on Bill Maher's show, where they discussed transgender athletes, a major focus for the right wing. Meanwhile, the hosts on Patrick Bet-David's show had a meltdown over the topic. We'll review clips from Maher's show featuring Tyson, and some comments from Bet-David and his friends. I'll also share my thoughts. Let's dive in together.
What I want to start off with is the Bill Maher with Neil deGrasse Tyson. The reason for this is because we had Neil deGrasse Tyson on, and I've been on Bill before, and we had a great time. He spoke 90% of the time. I sat there, had a glass of water. And so it's fun watching some of the infighting, because in here, the amount of things that Neil deGrasse Tyson, the scientist, is saying that Bill Maher can no longer take it. Vinny, I think it's a couple clips, right? It's not just one or two clips.
There's this one, there's another one, and then I have an old one that he was talking about something about the trans.
Rob, play this clip first. Let's react to it. Go for it.
Scientific American, the magazine. I remember when it was around when I was
grew up with it, yeah.
Grew up with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, their editor had to quit. You saw this.
Yeah, I heard about it because she expressed some opinions, right? Yeah.
Okay, sure, but it sure didn't sound scientific. It didn't sound like the person I would want to be running Scientific American.
Okay.
It was a rant on Twitter. Okay, I could read it to you. It's really ugly. You know, I apologize to younger voters that my Gen X is so full of fucking fascists. Okay, I'm not.
Okay, I'm not a gasket right there.
I'm not for.
All right. Yeah.
I'm not for canceling anybody on either side.
Yeah.
So But here's what I think is the scandal.
What?
This is in Scientific American.
Yeah.
Less than a year ago. Inequity between male and female athletes is a result not of inherent biological differences between the sexes, but of biases in how they are treated in sports. That's nuts. And it sure ain't scientific, and it's in Scientific American. And that's why the Democrats lost the election. It's true.
Bill, every 20 minutes on your platform, you come up with another reason why the Democrats lost. You already have the answer. They lost the election. So anything you say is why
true.
they did it.
First of all, you don't watch this show, so you don't know that. I know you don't, and it's okay. But you talk as if you do, and you fucking don't. And that's okay. Just don't bullshit me. That's the one thing people can't ever do on this show is bullshit me. And that's fine. But I don't say that. I have very good reasons. But engage with the idea here. What I'm asking is, Scientific American is saying, basically, that the reason why an WNBA team can't beat the Lakers is because of societal bias.
What you're saying is not Scientific American says that. An editor for Scientific American says that, who no longer has the job. So don't indict a 170-year-old magazine because somebody...
Okay, this is called Scientific American, and they're printing something
because someone enters the cesspool that is social media and then participates in that exchange.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is not a spokesperson for Scientific American, and it is important to note that this publication does not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of every individual scientist in the field. When a writer associated with Scientific American expresses an opinion, or makes a statement that disturbs or offends some people, it raises the question of whether it is fair to hold all scientists accountable for that particular statement or viewpoint. Should the actions or words of one writer be taken as representative of the entire scientific community? Or should they be viewed in isolation as the perspective of an individual?
Talk about science.
Why can't you just say this is not scientific and Scientific American should do better?
Well, does she still have her job?
No, not because of this. I said the scandal is not her tweet. The scandal,
because that was like a year ago, was it? Which one was a year ago?
I think a year ago, women still couldn't beat men in basketball or any other sport. And it wasn't because of society. You don't see a problem.
By the way, long-distance swimming, women might actually have the advantage. You can look into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe long-distance swimming, yes. Okay.
Yeah, just, I've looked into it. Yeah.
He looks, by the way.
Well, I'm going to file you under part of the problem.
You can pause it right there. So what do you think when you see this, Vinny?
I mean, to me, Neil deGrasse Tyson is probably the dumbest smart person I've ever seen, like on the planet Earth. It's like there's like you see, and I love this when it's Democrats, Pat, going at it, and now you see where the Democrat liberal line is, and then where they start saying far left. This guy can talk his way into anything. Like, and this is a clip, PBD. You showed this a while ago. This is him about transgender. Like, think about this. With all the science is out the window. If you wake up in the morning and you think you're a girl and you're a biological man, then that's what you are. And that's what people should accept you at. I think it's conflating two separate things. And this is when smart people are trying to go way too intricate and break things down. Can we play this clip really quick? This is Neil deGrasse Tyson when it comes to the trans and what you think and what you believe that you are.
My point is, apparently, the XXXY chromosomes are insufficient. Because when we wake up in the morning, we exaggerate whatever feature we want to portray the gender of our choice.
What is he even talking about?
Either the one you're assigned, the one you choose to be, whatever it is. And so now, so now just to tie a bow on this.
Put the bow on it.
I say to you, somewhere I think I read that the United States was a land where we have the pursuit of happiness.
But so science goes out the window.
Suppose no matter my chromosomes, today I feel 80% female, 20% male. I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm gonna do that. Tomorrow I might feel 80% male. I'll remove the makeup and I'll wear a muscle shirt.
That is disturbing to listen to.
And so here's my thing. So and I remember how we always talk about the money and follow the money, Adam. We always go back. What is his agenda? What is his goal in saying stuff like women can actually compete? And think about it. He actually did the research to find one thing, Tom, where statistically, and one thing out of all the sports, women might have an edge on men in long distance swimming. So there has to be something up. For somebody that smart to say something dumb like that, there has to be something behind it. There's no way he really thinks like that.
Vin Oshana's comments highlight a right-wing tendency to view everything as a conspiracy, except when it comes to capitalism. For instance, they see no conspiracy in Elon Musk's dealings, arguing that if someone wants to influence a politician, that's part of the free market. However, when discussing issues like transgender athletes, they suddenly suspect conspiracies, such as Neil deGrasse Tyson being paid by a powerful transgender lobby to speak on these matters. This claim is absurd, especially considering the statistics. Out of 10,500 athletes in the 2024 Paris Olympics, only 3 were transgender. Similarly, the NCAA's president testified that among over 500,000 college athletes, fewer than 10 are transgender. So, who would fund Tyson to promote transgender athletes? The numbers suggest that the funding and interest against transgender athletes far outweigh any supposed support. Additionally, Neil deGrasse Tyson's comments on gender expression, people feeling male one day and female the next, are reminiscent of how society has historically accepted figures like David Bowie and Prince, who challenged gender norms without controversy. The outrage over transgender athletes seems to stem from a desire for control rather than genuine concern, as the actual number of transgender athletes is minuscule. While this issue may have influenced recent elections, it likely wasn't the primary reason for the Democrats' losses, which can be attributed more to a lack of economic populism. What do you think? Is Neil deGrasse Tyson part of a conspiracy to promote transgender athletes? Or is this just exaggerated concern from figures like Patrick Bet-David and Vin Oshana? Share your thoughts in the comments.